Also that I did not mention, it is, I want to kind of mention it, it is truly the space of support. One of the things that you are going to be held accountable for as well is to be as accountable for the success of the people on your team and in your class as you are to your own, which is how it's separate from a lot of other courses and workshops and organizations in the entertainment industry, because it's usually, hey, I'm a lone ranger, I'm going to do it, goddammit, on my own. If it takes me 50 years, I'm going to do it, I don't need your help. And also, I don't really care about what's happening in your career. I'm going to get out there and I'm going to just beat the bushes and make it happen and make it happen. It's usually the Lone Ranger thing, and I could do it on my own, and I don't really care about anybody else because I'm so busy doing it on my own. Not the way in Flash Forward. In Flash Forward, it's not about being a Lone Ranger. It's about having the support, and it's also about being able to take on the accountability for everybody else on your team. Clear? Because it's not okay if you're doing great and then, you know, these two people over here are suffering, they're not doing their calls, they're not getting their homework done, they're nervous about their statistics. It would not work. It's clear? Okay. So I just wanted you to be very aware of that. So the first thing I'd like to do tonight, guys, is I'd like to get right into setting a goal. For some of you, you may not be doing the course. So I want you to leave tonight, even though my intention is that everybody here is registering for the course, that everybody is registering for the course, even though you have to leave early, that you're registering for the course. I know at the back there. And why wouldn't you? It's amazing. You know, it's absolutely amazing. So that's my intention, is that you get a piece of it, like a little chocolate bar. You get a piece of the chocolate bar, you get to see how great it is tonight, and then you register. That's my intention. For some of you, for example, and don't let anything stand in your way, okay? If time and an issue, time and money are an issue for you, then they're an issue in other areas of your life that are stopping you. So whatever's coming up, if there's any issues coming up for you this evening that are getting in the way, then just know that those are all pervasive. Life does not occur in a vacuum. So if there's something that's an issue, it's an all-pervasive issue in your life. So don't be stopped by something. If anything, the opposite tonight. Have a breakthrough in whatever that is tonight. And I'd like to then work on your goal. For some of you who can't do it, whether you're going to be away that weekend or you have a wedding, although I'd say cancel the wedding, this is much more fun. Whatever it is, a funeral, whatever, cancel that. No, don't have any emergencies, no accidents. But if something should happen where you can't do it, I want you to get to leave tonight with at least 5 or 6 of these fun tools. Let me read you something about goals that I found. There was a study done in 1953. First of all, how many have done their goals? We're only into April, middle of April. In early January, how many of you have actually done your strategic plan for the year? 2009, you've done a strategic plan. Really, really, really done it. You have to know. Yes? Yes?
I don't know.
You did? Okay. Somewhat. Okay, good. Somewhat. Okay, good. Okay, if I were in any other industry in the world right now doing this talk, if I were any place else in any other industry other than the entertainment industry, it would have been reversed. Everybody in every industry does a strategic plan for the year. They do milestones, they do goals, they break it all down. Guys, if you owned the Ford dealership down the street, would it be okay not to have done a strategic plan?
No.
No, it would be actually insanity. You'd be in bankruptcy, right? Not too far into the year. You've got to see how many Fords do I want to buy? How many am I going to sell on a monthly basis? How many am I going to sell on a daily basis? On a weekly basis? You'd break it all down, yes? You'd have a complete strategy. You'd have complete goals, complete milestones, everything. You'd be enrolling people into working with you, into playing with you. It would be an of course, because you are the president and the CEO of that Ford industry, that Ford dealership, yes? You are no different from that. Whatever it is, as an actor, as a DP, as a director, as a producer, as a writer, whatever it is, you're the president and CEO. Why haven't you done a strategic plan for yourself for this year? Can you see all of a sudden when I gave you the title president and CEO, Alex, how your actions even would be different tomorrow than they would be if you just went out there like, well, I'm an actor who's kind of trying to find some work right now. If you took it on really like you were in charge. So, a study was done in 1953 with the grads of Yale University. It demonstrates the power of goals. The grads interviewed were asked if they had had a clear, specific set of goals written down with a plan for achieving those goals. Okay, this was 1953. Only 3% had written goals. 20 years later, in 1973, the researchers went back and interviewed the group of the 53 graduating class. They discovered that the 3% with the written specific goals were worth more in financial terms than the entire other 97% put together. The interviewers also discovered that the less measurable or more specific subjective measures, such as level of happiness and joy that the graduates felt, also seemed to be superior in the 3% with the written goals. So what I want you to do now is, let's just take a, where are we, April, what's the date today?
April 9th.
April 9th, let's say June 9th, let's just take a 2 month. June 9th, write down what it is that you would like to accomplish in your career. Let's stick with career tonight. So that if I run into you on the street, let's say I'm back up here visiting my husband, it's June 9th, and I run into you on the street and I say, oh, you know, what happened? What have you accomplished? You'd be able to tell me that. Something specific and measurable. I'd like you to write it down. If anybody needs a pen or paper, actually we don't have any, but if somebody else has, oh yes we do.
We got some pens.
And steal some paper from your neighbor.